Bienvenido, welcome, I'm Oni Boi, your favorite hobby tourist. Hope you're all having a wonderful day today. You know, I love starting every single day, doing my dailies. You know, I get them out as fast as I can usually. Today it's funny because I didn't really do much of those. Usually I'll get up early, I'll work a little bit, I'll make some breakfast, then I'll usually get to hang out with you guys eventually. There's always a highlight for me. Today I've been like, I don't know. It's just been like out of it, I guess, where it's like I haven't been able to do the work part when I get out the work super fast as I usually do. But either way, I still get to a highlight, hang out with you guys. Hello, Oni Allen. How is your day going? Oh, you know what I want. You know what I want. I want to see those 3 emojis, okay? 1, 2, 3 emojis describing how your day has been. Maybe something you're excited about, though summer is pretty much here. You know, bingo already. It's like she's gonna start summer now. You know, so that's gonna be nice. We're gonna have summer. Like summer break is starting. So I don't know about you guys. Let's see. Oni Allen with the school. Oh, your school's finished, right? Is today your last day? Is today your last day? Today's Friday. So like, or at least Friday for me. It could be Saturday for you. I know some of you guys. Last day, yeah, nice. How'd it feel? Like, are you excited? Are you, I don't know, emotional? I know like some people can get emotional. They're like, oh no, I'm not gonna see my friends. But like most of my friends, because like some friends go on vacation, they leave. And a minimum day at that, nice. You were excited today? That's awesome. That's awesome, yeah. Oh, and today we get a new spin. Is that why you're like, oh, I get a spin too? Wait. Do you even have anything on the list now that I think about it? I don't think you do, Alan. You know, well, I'm not as like, I was like thinking, should I just like start doing the spin or should I wait a little bit? You know what I mean? I was like, I could wait just a little bit, see if someone jumps in other than you. Wait, I lost my mouse. That is one of those issues. Oh, I got it. I was like, that is one issue when you have multiple screens. At least for me, I lose my mouse at times. I'm like, wait, where'd my mouse go? I found it. All right, let's do the spin. 1, 2, 3. There we go. And hold up. Nice, we got Doodle Zorro. Wait. SCP. Which one was that? I think I vaguely do remember this. All right, I do remember that. Well, actually, Zorro's not here. Unless if wait, let me see. Yeah, Zorro's not here yet. I'll do two, like one more, and if the you know what I mean. I forgot I did make that rule. I made that rule. If no one is here, you know, if not the people like that it lands on are not here, then I have to spin again. And then if the third one, so the third one, it's just like whatever it is. So right now you have a huge advantage, Alan. See, Diamos is not here, you know? So now it's gonna be whatever the next one is, this is for sure what we're doing. That's how it was, I remember. Because I was like, well, I should like give like a slight advantage to anyone who's actually in here. There we go, we're doing Doodle Ghost Oris. What is that? He did, I'm like trying to remember. Let me see what he asked. He asked for Mr. Ghost. Make my character OG Mr. Ghost into an Ori. Oh, okay, that's funny. And the shadow has to be there too. Hope you like the idea, and to make it harder, make him an evolution. It's up to you. Good luck. Okay, very cool. So we get to make OG Mr. Ghost as an Ori. That's gonna be fun. And here's what an Ori is, for anyone who's not sure. An Ori is, so in my game, I am making a video game, making an action-adventure video game heavily inspired by Caribbean mythology, where you go island to island helping people and the creatures help you out too, and the creatures are called Oris. And Mr. Ghost, since he knows, he was like, hey, I want to see my OC, you know, his avatar, because he's a streamer, he streams He wants to see his character as one of my Oris. I'm like, okay, in like my Ori style. So that's gonna be fun. Actually, I think that's gonna be exciting. Let me see. So right now, I'm gonna put him on the list. So Stella is back on the list. If you're curious, Flopix and Mr. Ghost are the ones that are now unable. Wait, I'm like looking for my pen. One moment, guys. All right, so like for the next one is Mr. Ghost. Mr. Ghost. So Mr. Ghost is on the list, a no spin list. So let's look for Mr. Ghost. Wait, I did do a doodle of Mr. Ghost a while ago. I could probably just pull that up. You know what I mean? Let's find stream doodles. I do have like the finished stream doodles. I have them all in like a folder. I have like one folder just filled with stream doodles. Gotta go, last day. Have a wonderful day, Alan. Good luck. I imagine you're super excited. I mean, you did say you were excited. All right, make that smaller. So Mr. Ghost, let's just put him in the corner. He's actually, to be honest, his character's pretty simple. So it won't be that crazy to make him an Ori. You know, I am a little curious. What am I gonna do for it? You know what I mean? Because like all of my Oris, like they're spirits, and like their whole thing is that because they're spirits, they go into the human world and they form themselves based off of the culture or whatever. Like they kind of like they make their own bodies, if you know what I mean. Because in the spirit world, they're more like gas. I would imagine them more as like formless. They could be whatever they want in there. But as soon as they go into our world, they need to solidify. And then that's kind of why Oris look a little odd at times. At least that's how I imagine it. Let me get rid of this. Squid sisters. And then we will put these in the older one. Move Xenia in the older. Oops, I didn't mean. There we go. And then the Squid Sisters, we'll hide them temporarily. I think visually though, you know what I'm gonna do? I wanna do something. Hold. Actually, is this right? I'm like looking at it. Fit to screen. It is fit to screen. Okay. So let's move Mr. Ghost. Let's move it. I want to move it so you could actually see it. For portraits. You know what I mean? The mobile section, you guys can see it. No, you guys can see it, right? It's fine. It's fine there. So I'm thinking, because he asked for a 2-stager, so he wants one to evolve. So he wants one. I'm trying to think. What would be a good... I kind of wish he was here. I could have asked him what like body type. But let's actually, you know what? I have a funny thing. Where is it? I have like a funny... actually, one moment, guys. One moment. All right, one moment. I'm gonna look on my phone. I have like a thing that I could do. I probably should do it on the PC. I'll probably see if I could set it up. It's like a spinner that I have. Spinner. Hold up. I have a spinner with like different body types that I'd set up a while ago. I'm gonna look for it. Body type. There we go. So I'm gonna spin it just so like to get an idea, and I'm gonna do like 2 of them. So like the first one will be like the first form. So this is okay. That's gonna be really funny. We're gonna go with like a fish shape. So I'm gonna do a fish shape as the little one, right? So I'm gonna write fish, a fish into, and then let's see what the next form is. Just because I think it'll be fun that way. Especially since this one isn't like based on a particular story or anything. We're going with like an ant or like a bug. Okay, that's gonna be interesting. Okay. But no, okay, that's gonna be really interesting. So we're gonna go into like a fish body into like a not a fish body, but like a bug body. No. Yeah, we're gonna do like a bug-ish body into an ant body. So when I mean by fish body, I'll do like the basic shape, just so you know what I mean. So usually this is what I mean by fish body, right? So this is like a very basic fish, and then we're gonna evolve this. We're gonna like, like it'll have like an evolution into an ant body, which I'll do the ant body like over here, just so you get like the gist of what I mean. And it'll be like, kind of like this. This is what I mean by an ant body. Like a bug body, that's what I mean by it. Right? Oh, yeah, I think it was like this. And then obviously you wouldn't be able to see the other one. Okay, so this is kind of the direction I'm gonna go with this, which is gonna be really funny, I think. Especially with Mr. Ghost's character going from a fish into a bug. Hey, Zebot, you missed the spin. We just did the spin. I had to do multiple spins just because of the way I've done it, where it's like, okay, so if someone's here, you have priority. First 2 spins is only for the people who are in the chat, If it doesn't land on anyone in chat, then I do a 3rd spin, and then it's anybody who left their thing. So it actually landed on Mr. Ghost, believe it or not. It landed on Mr. Ghost. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's how I'm doing it. Like, I'm doing it that way. The only person who was actually in chat was Alan, but Alan didn't even actually have anything up in the Discord. He didn't have anything. So it wasn't anything on the spinner. I was like, oh, okay. So, but we got Mr. Ghost. Mr. Ghost wants, he wants his OC, but as one of my characters, as an Ori from like my world. And like, okay. But he wanted a 2-stager. He wanted like one that evolves, because I do have some that evolve. So like, I'll go over, I'll actually like open up one of my Oris, just so we could like have an example of an Ori. Oh, so can I remove a suggestion to add another? Yeah, of course, Zebot. You more than able to do that. What do you want to, what are you gonna put? Because you're allowed 2. How many do you have? Let me see. Now that you brought it up. Zebot, you have the Cuckoo full body and the Incarnation. Those are the 2 you have, right? Yeah, you have those 2. Those are the only ones you have, right? Now that I'm looking at it. Yep, those are the ones you have. Because I always remove it. After someone's done, I remove theirs. So, actually thinking about it, thank you for reminding me. I should remove Flopix. Where is it? Or did I already remove it? No, I didn't. It's right here. Let's remove that one. Delete, yeah. There we go. Now, Flopix has availability to add another one for next time. But yeah, you are allowed to add a different one and remove a different one. Since it is yours, you should be able to. I mean, I'm able to just because I have like master control over the Discord. So I'm able to remove everybody's stuff. But you should be able to remove your own. Okay, I'm going to I'm going to look for my Oris. Just like an example Ori, you know what I mean? So I'm going to grab. No, I accidentally opened the wrong section. Games, Oris, 2D, concept art, my roughs, bondables. I'm going to grab, no, not that one. I'm like looking for which one I want to grab. You know what I mean? PNGs. Oh, okay. So I can grab. So here's a good example of like the fish one. So here's a good example of the fish. So I'll drop him in. Right? Here's like a fish. And then he also wants a bug. Do I even have a bug available? I'm like trying to think, do I have any? Not really. I don't think I've made any bug Oris. Oh no, I do have one, but it's not really like that buggish. You know what I mean? Like when I think about it, it's not that buggish, but it's a crab. I have a crab and I do have, who else do I have? I was like, I have a crab and I have the shrimp, I guess too. And I have the scorpion, but those don't, I think the crab is like the closest one to a bug. You know, like that's like the buggiest bug I have, which is kind of funny when I think about it. So these are my, like a couple of my Oris. What'd you add? What did you, Z-Bort. Ooh. Let me see. Z-Bort is an alien goober and my PFP. And I'm trying to get it look like Infinity Stone of Artist. Remake it. Oh, that is interesting. That's actually really cool. I like that concept. That's really fun, Z-Bot. Hopefully we get it for next time. Not even joking, that'd be really cool. Which one are you gonna remove? Or did you already remove it? Oh, I think you did. You removed the Carnation one, right? Yeah, you did. I just saw it. Okay, okay. That's cool though, I love it. I love the concept. Okay, so this is what we're doing. Let's select these. There we go. And then we're doing this. We're doing like the fish into the bug. That's gonna be so interesting. Like it's an interesting design exercise. You know what I mean? When I think about it. Okay. So I'm gonna lock this layer in. That layer's fine. I'll just leave it like that. Okay, so what can we do? Right? Because Mr. Ghost's character, right? He is, well, he's a skeleton, realistic. He's like an angel. He's like a skeleton angel type character. So I'm thinking if we really wanted to, we could do something similar to this, where he has like, maybe instead of the coral, because I have like the coral as like a spinning top, we could do the blade. The blade could be interesting. Like obviously it wouldn't be like a sword, just because the way my game works. Like I do want to have swords, but it's gonna be like very uncommon. You know what I mean? Just like the way Oris work, they're more playful. What can we do? I'm like thinking like, so obviously I'm thinking I do like the concept of the fish on like a thing. You know what I mean? Like some type of weapon. Maybe not a weapon. I'm trying to think, what could it be? What do you guys think? Because I do like the concept of it being on a weapon or some sort. It could be actually, it could be a weapon. Oh, you know what it could be? I could do it more like this, where it's almost like an oar. You know what I mean? So it's like sticks in an oar into the ground kind of idea. And it uses that as like a weapon. Because that could be kind of interesting. Like an interesting take on it. No, but like actually no, hold up. I'm gonna go with a different concept. Actually, he does have a lot of bones. So we could even go with a bone concept, like a little like a bony character. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking we could do like this. So I do, yeah, I'm thinking like this, right? We could have this be very bone-like, or it could just be a bone in itself. I don't mind it being a bone, to be honest. Just like a bone tool or something. And then, I'm like thinking how would I tackle this? This is such an interesting character to make as a fish. You know what I mean? I could just have it as like a, well, that's you know what it is. It's I'm trying to think of a fish, but like what? There's so many fish. That's what it is. I'm like thinking about it. Because he's like a skeleton dude, right? Probably just like, let's just like play with the concept first before actually locking in the shape. A lot of times I do like locking in the shape just because it gives me like a good direction of like what me imagining what they're doing. But I think we should just go with like the actual guy first. You know? So let's do that first. I'm thinking we could do something like this. No, I don't like that. That shape looks really odd. You know, I was like, that looks odd. It's super odd. Okay, do like this. I'm thinking like this. And then we'll do like this. And then, okay. So I got like a better direction I feel for this now. Where it's kind of like, it's gonna be more painted, I'm thinking, on it. Even though like, that's not how Oris work. that's like, it's more, I guess, like tattooed onto him in a weird way, is that his character is kind of busy when I really think about it. You know, to be a baby into, oh, you know what we could do? I know what we could do. So instead of going more into this one, we go more into the shadow character, and then the finished version's more into this one, right? That's what it is. Because I was thinking, like, Mr. Ghost's character is so complicated for like a baby version. So going more into the shadow kind of works, I feel. Right? And it kind of works with the fishness of it too. Hold on. We could do oh, you know what we could do? I'm like thinking right now. We could do more of like a flying fish, right? Kind of like a flying fish design. That could be kind of fun actually. For like the baby version, like a flying fish. There we go. Okay, yeah, I think that's the direction I'm gonna go with. We're gonna go with like flying fish for the first version. Like a little less on the tail, because I was thinking like the tail of the other one, but I was like, well, it's not really working, you know, like, because like it's not a beta fish. Actually, let me look up a flying fish just as like a reference. One moment, I'm gonna look for one, because I am doing it just like from memory, and I do like a little more reference, like direction. Let's see, flying fish. Now we have like a direction of a fish, or actually even more interesting, because I do know where he's from. Romanian fish. Let's see if there's any particular fish from Romania. Right? I don't know if there's any particular species in that area or not. Like, it's really funny. I look up Romanian fish. You know what comes up? Soup. I get like a soup recipe. There's like, that's not really what I wanted. Carp, catfish, and trout. Okay. So it's like, catfish are not bad, actually. Catfish can be really interesting. Hey, Flopix. Yeah, we got a new one. It was Mr. Ghost. He wanted his OC, but made as an Ori, like an Ori style. And I was kind of like playing with the concept, right? And I was thinking his character is very complicated for a baby version. And I was like, okay, but then I thought maybe I could do the ghost, like the shadow, into the skeleton, right? So that's the direction we're going with. And I was looking up fish in Romania. And from what I saw, they have carp, they have, what was it, catfish. Catfish is the one that caught my attention, just because it's like slightly more interesting. Oh, you know what? There is one that looks a little interesting now that I looked it up. Where is this? What is this? It's an aspirate. An aspirate kind of looks interesting. They call it the dinosaur fish. It's really cute looking at it now. I kind of dig it. You know what I mean? I'm kind of looking at this. I'm like, you know what? This is an interesting looking fish. I kind of like it. So for this one, I'm thinking that obviously the aspirate is gonna be the shadow, right? So the way it looks, maybe I'll just grab a picture of an aspirate. Let me look for like a good picture of it. I'm looking for like a full body. I want like, so we'd see the tail too. You know what I mean? I hope you can find something cool to make. Gotta go. Yeah, have a wonderful day, Flopix. Okay, I think this one is full body. It's interesting. It looks kind of like a dart. Like it has like a very like a torpedo shape. Copy image. Let's drop it in. Drop that in. It's so tiny. That's such a small picture, but whatever. It's fine. There we go. And then I'll add it to the, hold up, to this one, to this group. There we go. lock that in, and then okay, now we're going with that direction. So it is kind of an interesting looking fish, I feel. It's cool though. I like it. It's cute. It's definitely a cute looking fish. It is called a dinosaur fish. I don't know why. I have no clue why it's called a dinosaur fish. I don't see anything dinosaur-esque about it. You know what I mean? I'm like looking at it, I'm like, I don't really see anything dinosaur-esque, but whatever. Oh, maybe it's because it's supposed to be like eel-like. It's cool though. Like, it's pretty. It's definitely a pretty fish. I like it. Okay. But yeah, I think that's the direction we're going with this. So I'm gonna go with like an S shape. Since it is supposed to be long. You know what I mean? I still like I gave the other version, like the first version, like a pointed nose. I do like that for some reason. And I like it where it's got like these like a multiple fin, like a split fin, which we'll play with a little bit. It doesn't have anything on the top of it. It does. I was gonna say it doesn't have anything on the top. It does actually have it, but the top is way more in the back. So it's a lot busier in the midsection. The front actually is not much going on. Yeah, like the more I look at it, it doesn't have much going on in the front, which is interesting. So let's do like the eye. And then I'm giving it like the little crazy eyes, which is kind of fun. I'm giving it like the little look like this. And then, yeah, I think like we're going like this face to it. So we're doing like, I'm gonna like this. It's kind of like the hair, right? I'm gonna go with this, and then we're gonna move the fins down, I'm thinking. Sorry about that. There we go. Yeah, I think I'm gonna like this direction, and then we're gonna do these more like on the side. More like the lower, because before I was puffing them up, but I think just because we're going with the head, with like the hair, or hair fin, whatever it is, I kind of want to move these down. Yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna move those down. These are like big fins, which I'm gonna treat them as hands. I'm thinking I'm gonna treat them as like cute little hands. There we go. The fin hands. Hey, Story, welcome in. We're working on a new doodle. You missed the spin, the initial spin. We got Mr. Ghost as his OC, but as an Ori, like as if it was like an Ori, like a 2-stage Ori. I was like, okay, sounds good to me. So it's gonna be like this, right? Like, so what I was thinking for his, hey, yes, please, thank you so much. Wait, you were at the wedding. How was it? Was it good? You did say that you were a little nervous because of the heat. You're like, oh no, the heat. But how was it? Yeah. It's a creature. I'm going like this, right? This is like the direction I'm going with this. And it's funny because the tail is very small, but it works. Just because like the direction of his OC. You know what I mean? And there we go, like this. Actually, it was the opposite. It was very cold. Oh, you serious? That's so funny. That is actually really funny, Star. Because you were saying that you were worried it was going to be really hot. You know, and now you're telling me it was actually cold. And I don't like that direction we went. I do like the top, but I'm not liking that. Let's do like this. I'm thinking we're going to do like a mid piece. Right? And I think it'll be skinnier. No, I do want to curve it. We had a dance rave. Really? Even did a dance number. Oh, the air conditioning. That makes sense. That just makes sense, to be honest. That's so fun, though, that you guys had a dance, like a dance rave. I'm thinking like this. Yeah, so it's going to be more hands than anything. Yeah, I think this is like the direction we're going with this. And then we're gonna do, I think we're doing like this. I'm gonna like add that hair that his OC has. So I'm like this. Oh, that's like a fun. I actually really like this. You know what I mean? I think I might have done too much. So like we got this fin, and then let's like remove this one a little bit. I'm gonna make it a little different. But you're exhausted? Oh, I can imagine. In the car right now, going to another place right after the wedding. I'm exhausted. Yeah, I know. I could. Oh, you're in the car right now? Oh, so you're still in like the wedding mode. Nice. How like so you're still like, well, you said you're exhausted. But you're gonna continue dancing and stuff, or is it more like something else? The creature got a cool hairstyle. Yeah, well, because it's based on Mr. Ghost's avatar. You know, his character, because he said he wanted his character but made as an Ori, right? And I was like, okay. I was like, that's fine with me. So I looked up, well, I did like a roll because I have like a little, I think on my phone, and I have this thing where I have like body shapes of like what I want to do. So I got a fish as the first form, and then it turns into like more like a bug like thing for the second form. So the first form is just going to be this. And then the second form, I will see what we do for the second form. Sorry, I mean, not really. The golden couple came home. We're just going out for fun. Oh, okay. I got you. That's going to be fun. So what are you guys going to, do you have any particular plans? What are you guys doing? Or, you know, or is it just like, well, we're just going like out to the town? It's more of a force me though. Okay, they force you. They're like, no, you got to do it. Yeah, oh, that's a bummer. It's okay. I mean, I get it though. My family's very much like that with me too. I used to almost never want to go out anywhere. I'm very much like one of those people, like I like to be alone. You know what I mean? It's like, leave me alone. But no, I do like spending time with my family, but in small doses, if I'm being honest. You know, I'm one of those like people, I like my alone time. But like usually my alone time, I take it like early in the morning. You know, it's like I'll wake up early and I'll just like have a few hours by myself, which is very nice, at least for me. I think this is the direction we're going with the first form. This is like the baby, which I feel like he's still a little busy. You know what I mean? I'm looking at him. He looks a little busy for what I'm imagining for my babies, because a lot of like my first forms are very basic. I think like, okay, I am going to simplify him a little bit more. Now that I thought about it, I'm going to simplify him more. Let's go a little simpler. I feel like I added too much. I am going to do, let's see. I'm going to make this one bigger, first of all. You know what I mean? I'm going to do like a bigger spike. And then I'm going to actually go like this direction. I'm thinking, yeah, I'm going to make him shorter. That's what it is. I'm like looking at him. He looks so long. I made him too long for the first form. You know? And I was like, he should be smaller. There we go. So I'm like, well, I'm not digging this form. I'm like, you know what? It might be the pose. Let's play with the pose a little bit too. You can't chat? No worries, Story. Enjoy yourself. Have a wonderful day. So I'm going to do like this. I'm thinking. Right? I think we're going to like this. I'm not like sold on the hair. Like I do like the fins or whatever. Like it's kind of like a fin. But I'm not sold on how much it is. Like I'm thinking like this. You're running out of data. Yeah, I know. It's okay. Might leave soon. I know. That's okay. You enjoy yourself then. So don't worry about it. I think something like this might be a little better. Yeah, I think something like this. And then I'm kind of like the tail is where I'm kind of like, meh. I'm not like sold on it. Where I kind of want, because I am looking at a fish, like an actual fish. There is like a fish. I was looking at like a Romanian fish. Something like this. Is like this. I'm like not so. I'm like looking at it, but at the same time, I'm not sold on it. Here, I'm gonna like. We're gonna do another thing, like kind of like that direction. But like, let's go maybe a little more like this. I want like a lot on the You know, like a lot more on the eye. No. Yeah, no worries, Starry. Okay, I'm gonna do like this. There we go. Right? And then we'll do the hair. Like I do like that hair, kind of like the swoop. Oh, you know what it is? You know, let's do like this. I think that'll be more fun. Where it's kind of like up instead of down. You know, I think that's going to be a fun direction for this character. And then let's do, I think I'm going to go with this shape. This is going to make the better shape for it. And then we'll do the big hand, the hand fins. Yeah, I think just because like they're kind of funny looking, right? I think it is kind of funny looking having the hand fins. Yeah, I think that's gonna be cute. Well, yeah, because he's kind of like, look, he would be down. His fins would be down. Something like this. Okay, this is a lot. This is already better. I feel this is like way better. And then we'll have him melting into the ground. Where he's like very globby. Like the shadow. There we go. Okay, this is a better direction, I feel. It is like, it's simple enough for like a baby version. Right? Yeah, that's like this. Should I get the mouth open? Yeah, let's do the mouth open. I think it's kind of funny. Even though this version doesn't even have a mouth. Or actually, since he doesn't have a mouth, should I just give him a tiny mouth? Because that could be kind of funny. Oh, I kind of like that. You know what I mean? Giving him a smaller mouth is kind of cute. And then obviously when we paint it, I'm thinking we'll do kind of like this vibe to it. I'm thinking like well, do I want that? I'm like looking at what direction do I want it to, because like, I think for this one, he's very red. Like he's like black and red. Then the Evo version is going to have the skeleton attached to it. Like, you know, the skeletal bits. You know? I think this is it. I think this is like the direction we're going with this guy. And I'm gonna like glob it a little bit. There we go. Kind of like this into this, and then I'll give like a color underneath. Let's do the color. The color. Make that nice and big. And obviously the eyes are gonna be like that yellowish color that he has. This guy's gonna be like, I think he's gonna be like really cute by the end of it. Which is like funny just because like, you know, Mr. Ghost's character is like a dark, edgy angel character. With like the skeletal face, and there's like a dark shadow. Okay, let's do the eye. What's the eye actually that color? I don't remember it being that color, but okay. And then let's do white, right? I think maybe like this would be interesting. I think that'd be kind of cool. Actually, let's hold it. I got a better idea. Let's just do the white, and then I'll do the color underneath. There we go. Let's grab 25. Around here. I think will fit. No, let's do a little bigger. There we go, right? And then the little middle bit will also be its own brownish, the brownish red color that we picked. I don't know if I'm sold on that. I'm like looking at it. You know what it is? I don't like the little middle piece. You know, I think that's way better. It's funny because it doesn't look as crazy, the eyes. Now that we've done that, actually, we could just, what are these eyes? I'm like looking at oh, you know what? They were gold eyes. That's why I was like, I don't remember them being I don't remember them being that color, you know, the brown, because they were not that brown. They were like a gold. That's what it is. They're gonna be a little you know, a little interesting. I still think we're gonna go with the white in the middle though, just because visually I like it a little more. It is kind of cute, and I do that a lot in a lot of my Oris. Actually, you know what? Because that is like I think that was one of the features, or was it? No, maybe not. I don't think it was one of his major features. I just like added it. You know, when I did the original drawing of like his character. Okay, let's do like the tips. I'm gonna blend it. This is like, obviously this is just like a rough, but I want the concept. There we go. Let's blend these up. There we go. I just want to see kind of like the gist, you know, of all these characters. I'm not sure about that. I feel like that's too much. It's like, it's too busy. You know what I mean? It's like way too busy. Let's do, oh, I like this. I think these, we'll keep it to the fins on the head. You know what I mean? The fins on the head, I think it's fine that they're dark, because it makes it look like hair or whatever. Oh, you know, I messed up. I forgot the eyeball in the back. See, that's why we do things. That's why we do like the rough version. And let's see. Yeah, we're gonna like blend it, obviously, when we actually do like the finished version. Like this. It looks like a little hair piece, but it will be thin. Move it like that. I'm thinking like we could do like this, and we could even do like some patterns. I wouldn't mind like a little bit of patterns on him. The actual fish that is loosely based on, it does have a bit of a pattern. You know what I mean? It's not like crazy like patterny, but it does have some. It has like these little wavy patterns on the hands. That's kind of cool, actually. I like that concept. Huh. I'm like, okay, I'm not actually a big fan of this, of the hair piece being so dark. What can we do for that? I think maybe just having it globbed on like whatever this color is. That kind of like feels fun. I don't know, maybe we can leave it darker. It's not like terrible. It just, I feel like it was just too much going on there for the first run. Like when I looked at it, I'm like, eh. And then we could do like a little bit of that. So he'll be like a lot of texture to him. Yeah, I think something like this. I think this would be a fun first stage, right? And then we could build up the second stage. Yeah, we could build up the second stage. Let's push this one off to the side. So this is like the baby, you know, the first stage. And now we could actually go into the second one, which that one is going to be more of a like a bug. Not like a bug, but like actually, let's see. Romanian bugs. I'm curious if they have any unique bugs. The garlic red stink bug. That's interesting. You know what I mean? That is actually kind of an interesting looking bug. Oh, and they are red and black. Oh, I kind of like that then. You know what I mean? Now that I look at it, that is interesting. It does have like a little, it has the colors, which is hilarious. Okay, I'm gonna save that. And let's do the color, or not the color, but like throw them on. I don't think anyone's gonna be bothered by this. I'll put it, I'll leave it smaller. You know what I mean? I'll leave it as like a smaller image, just so like people aren't bothered by it. I know like some people can be bothered by images of insects and stuff. So I'm gonna leave that in the smaller size. What is this? This is like a random layer? Okay, whatever. Okay, so the next stage, the bigger version. That one is going to be like a bug or something. You know? So what direction do I want to go with that? I'm like thinking, obviously this is like an example of one. But I don't think we really want to do that with Mr. Ghost. He's like a tall character, right? So I'm thinking, okay, so if this guy becomes like a bug-ish type character, what would it do? Obviously, it has like the sword, the wings, there's like a lot going on. I think the big things for me are the hat. I really like the hat. I think we should keep the hat shape. You know what I mean? I really enjoy that hat. I think it's very like iconic of Mr. Ghost's character. This is like an interesting one, you know? And then obviously the skeleton shape was, I'm trying to like very like make this as basic as possible, you know what I mean? So what, like this is like obviously this is like as basic as it gets, I feel. The sword is kind of like, I feel it changes. Either I've seen him change the sword, so it's not like a big deal. But the hat and the skull is very iconic. You know? Those two, I feel like those are actually important. We want to keep those in the design. I'm going to go like erase a little bit of this, because I do want it very like smiley. I'm thinking I want it smiley. Oh, you know, I thought of a way we could do it. Because it has designs on the back, right? We could have the skull shape on the back. That could be actually really cool. You know, like now that I think about it. Hold up. What I'm thinking, right? Let me just like get like a shape. Like trying to think of a shape we could do, right? We'll go like this for now. Let's do like this. I'm thinking just like this is just like for now, right? So the eyes on the side, obviously that wouldn't be his real eyes. Those would be like, these are like false eyes. With the we could actually do, hold on. I like the before image that I had, where it's like a laughing skeleton, kind of like a laughing skull shape to it. That's kind of like a fun shape for me at least. Yeah, there we go. Let's see. This like being the back. This would be like the back of this Ori, this creature, and then kind of looking. So it would still be this guy, you know, but he's become a little different. You know, like he's kind of like, I'm like looking back or something. I don't know. It's kind of weird that he became like he was very cute. And actually, you know what we could do? I thought of an idea. Instead of, because like this version, I don't know if we want to go with that. I was like thinking if we want him to look more angry, we could do that too. You know, or we could do like a very like indifferent. That's kind of cute. I kind of like this. It's very like indifferent about it, everything. That's kind of a cute look to him. Actually, that actually made him like way smaller looking. Now that I did this, you know what I mean? Like I unintentionally made him look younger or like smaller, which works with being a baby and all. I kind of like it. You know, now that like we've done this, and we could probably do. I do like these shapes for like the eyebrows and stuff, but we're like, maybe we could just like have it as like an it. No, I don't like that. Like I do and I don't. But I do like this. So we did this shape, and then we could do this for this guy. We'll keep that look to it. You know, it would still be this guy, this character. And the shape, I really like the hat, but I don't know where would I put the hat? You know, like how would I keep that hat shape, the shape of the hat? I'm not sure how would I keep it. I like this. I like the skull that we gave it. I think that's very fun. See, that's like the fun thing of doing this. Like if I was like do it off the top of my head, I wouldn't have done this shape at all. I wouldn't have done like a bug because like a bug's very unique in a weird way. What could I do for the hat? You know, like I like this hat shape. I kind of want it. I want it to be like simulated or whatever. This guy looks fun. I think this guy looks good for the shadow. You know, his shadowy character or whatever. I think it works. I could totally see this being the shadow. And then the evolved version is where I'm kind of like, I'm not sure on. You know, because he'd grow bigger. He'd obviously in this version he's a bug or whatever. He has like a buggish shape. So he has like this on his back. So these actually, the way I'm thinking of it, these things, these little designs, they become this, right? Yeah, they become the patterns on him. Okay, yeah, I'm like trying to think of like how would it work. So the patterns become this shape. So he's still, I would probably want him a little more fish-like. Right? So let's do kind of like this. Obviously he's almost like turtle-esque. He's like becoming turtley. Not like in my intent. It's not like my intention to make him turtley. Kind of like this, right? And then like the hands would be like, I guess I'm not trying to think now if he would be facing away from us. Like we have this leg or whatever. It's such like a weird pose I gave him too. Now that I think about it, he's looking away from us, so you wouldn't actually be able to see a lot of his design. You know, like now that I think about it, you can't see a lot of it. Kind of like, well, yeah, I'm like looking at this now. I feel like we got to change this. I do like this, but we're not doing this. You know, now that I look at it, I do like this a lot. I like this shape that we gave it, but it ain't it. Also, the fish into a bug is really difficult. Like now, the more I think about it, it's like such a unique thing that I did. Oh, you know what we could do? I was thinking right now. So some beetles will have like this shape to them, right? So I have like the head. Then they have like this. And it kind of looks like a collar. And Mr. Ghost's character does have a collar. You know? So that's kind of like an interesting direction to go with. So you do like this. I'm thinking like that. I want to go like... There we go. Oh no, I don't like that actually. Hold on. Let's erase that and erase down here. I'm thinking like, I do like the laughing skull shape. You know? I like that shape that we did before. There we go, like, right? This is kind of like a fun shape for it. Oh, you know what? I got an idea. We could do kind of like this thing going on. Well, I mean, it's like it can have a hole. It doesn't really matter. But I was just thinking right now, it could be like this. We're like, yeah, I think we could. Well, I'm like not sure about. I'm like trying to like get this image of the laughing skull, but at the same time, I'm thinking we could do like false eyes. That could be fun, but I haven't really done that with any of my guys. You know, I could just do like little eyes like down here, but then it looks like his eyes. It doesn't look like his eyes up here. It doesn't read his eyes, like the holes don't read his eyes like these. Unless if I leave him alone like this, then it reads like a skull. Man, well, me see. If I did this, it's not like I'm looking at it. It reads as like the white as the eyes, doesn't it? It doesn't read as the other part as the eyes. Unless, hold up. What if I did this? I don't know. I don't know about that one either. If I did like this, now that kind of like that reads as the eyes for sure. And then these, if I did this, what would that look like? Oh, you know what? Now I could see those as eyes. Hold on. If I did this, that could actually be really interesting. Right? So now the white dots read as eyes, but these would be like his real eyes. That could be kind of interesting, like a fun concept. I still don't know what to do with the hat. I like the hat, like I really do. But it's such a weird thing for a bug. Like the more I think of it, it seems like my Oris are not very complicated. They're not like super complex characters. I didn't design them in that way. I didn't make them in that manner. So I'm trying to think like this. It's funny because this guy does not look related at all to this guy. Because at least my other ones, they were, how can I say it? Like from a fish, like I don't have any fish to a dog. They're all like, they have like similar, I guess you're right. I probably should stick with the fish. Now that I think about it. Should probably go with the fish into a fish, but just with multiple limbs. Right? I think I could do that instead. I do like this, what we were doing. But I'm going to play with this a little bit more. Just like I am like wrapping up. Like soon, I'm looking at the time. I will be wrapping up and have work. So I can't be here forever. But I think, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to keep the shape of the fish because I really like that shape that we gave it. Right? But I'm going to add the skull look to it that we were doing a moment ago. Right? I think something like that. Hey, OG Mr. Ghost. I'm actually doing yours. You know what I mean? I'm actually working on your design. Which is like, it was such an interesting one to do. I'm still like, obviously, still like very rough on it. Yeah, I know. So you said you want like a 2-stager. So I'm doing the first stage as like a fish, and the second phase as like an insect, which is very interesting because I have like no one was here, so I just said like a roulette. I have like a thing for different body shapes, and the one I got was an insect body as like the secondary version. So the first version is like a fish. I was looking into like Romanian animals, and I found a Romanian fish. So I was like, okay. And then I found this Romanian bug, and I was like, okay, it's funny because it has your colors. The Romanian beetle has your colors, which I thought was very neat. But yeah, I was like playing with like different shapes. So I do like the fish thing. I was like, okay, I like this. So he's like got like this sassiness to him, which is like the shadow, right? And then it evolved into like a bigger version. I was going more bug, but then I realized it doesn't make sense because none of my Oris do that. My Oris still same species. It goes like from cat to lion. It doesn't go from like an insane thing. Like same as like the shrimp goes into a crab. Hey, Tam Valley, welcome in. Which is funny because I was like gonna wrap up relatively soon, probably like 10 more minutes, because I do have work. Fridays, like I'm a little busier with work. But I'm gonna go with, because I'm like I said, I was playing with different concepts, right? I was doing like this one thing, but it was like still more beetle-like. But I'm thinking I'm gonna go with more of the fish shape, right? So what I'm thinking I want to have the skull on the back, right? I'm gonna thinking like the skull shape on the back of him, and like that would like be on the back. It wouldn't be part of like, it wouldn't be his face. His face would be up in the front. and then like having like the skull on it's like a more of a pattern, you know, and then it's like kind of like this going on. Obviously this is still the rough, these is all roughs, but I'm thinking like this, and then have it where I'm kind of lost is like the hat. I really like the hat, but I don't know how to implement the hat without it just being a hat, you know what I mean? I could just have a hat. Like I do have characters that just have hats, you know, like not a hat, but like they have items. Like this dude's literally a drum. I had to watch the stream from the start. No, I know, right? But I'm just like, what do I do with the hat? I like the hat, you know, but then like it's just a fish with a hat, which I could do a fish with a hat. But for the most part, it's like, I guess I could. I don't mind it. I just felt like very lazy to just make it a hat. I was looking for a way to play with it so it wouldn't be a hat. You know what I mean? It would be like something else that I made to look like a hat. Just because I think it's more fun. You know, it's just like a fun concept to do that. And then... So like with this dude, also your character is very complex compared to mine. He's like a skeleton, but I don't want to just make a skeleton, especially with the body shapes I picked for it. You know, they're more like I didn't pick it, I randomized them. I randomized the body shapes. You know, I just thought it was more fun to do that, especially since I didn't have like any particular direction. I was like, okay, I could just do whatever I want, really. You know, so like the eyes would be in the back, like there'll be like a faux eyes, like fake eyes. Hey Elliot, thank you. I'm sorry I couldn't be here. Both is very busy. No, I know, it's all good. It's all good, Mr. Ghost. No worries. So I'm thinking, right? Like I said, your character is very interesting, and like also I made these I made these challenges for myself, right? A fish into a bug is very like a buggish shape. I don't mean like bug, but like it has 6 limbs. That is what I mean by bug. Yeah, I like the having on the back, but I don't know how to design on the front. You know what I mean? I do like the concept. Here, I'm just gonna leave. Like I think we're gonna do it like next time. You know what I mean? On Monday. But I'm gonna like leave a doodle of, I do want to have this skull shape. You know, I want the skull shape somewhere. I'm thinking on the back. I really like the concept of it on the back. You know, I like this design, like the shape. But I don't want it just like on his face. It's kind of like I could just have him wear a mask, you know. But like this is like the basic concept of the baby version, you know, the first form. And then evolving into a bigger form with 6 limbs. This one being only a 2-limbed. So it is like a big upgrade thinking about it, from 2 limbs and up to 6 limbs. It's a big difference. But yeah, I think I was playing with the concept of having part of like the shell, but I was like, well, no, I'm like going too far into I don't know, you know, like I have no clue what I'm gonna do with this. Well, either way, I think I'm gonna wrap it up, and I'm gonna continue this concept on Monday. You know, I'll have a weekend to think about it, how I'm gonna play with Mr. Ghost character. But either way, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. You know, thank you so much, OG Mr. Ghost. Thank you so much, Elliot, Tam Valley, Story, Oni Allen, Flopix, Zbot. Thank you guys all for hanging out with me, and all the lurkers. Thank you guys too. Thank you for liking, subscribing, doing all that awesome stuff that helps me out. Hope to see you all very soon. See you next time. Goodbye.